This is Eurostar. We are on the way to Paris from London. This is Eurostar is a high-speed train. It runs at about 250 to 290 kilometer per hour. It crosses the English Channel through a tunnel. Yeah, we have reached Paris. Paris city is 2000 years old. Julius Caesar conquered this city in 52 BC. This was a fishing village, and a tribe called Parisi used to stay here. Paris got its name from Parisi. Paris has got large suburban area, and it is known for its better lifestyle. Indian population here is around 23,000. Most of them are in government job or military service, mostly from Puducherry and Chandannagar, which were earlier French colonies in India. Later, lots of Gujaratis came for business purpose. We are crossing river Seine. Seine river is a major river in Paris. Paris developed at both the side of both the bank of this river. This is called Institute of Monde Arab, World's Arab Institute. There are about 10% of students are Muslim, mostly from Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco. We are approaching with the course of the river. And now we are going to see important landmark of Paris, that is Notre Dame Cathedral. Notre Dame Cathedral is in Paris is a finest example of Gothic architecture, and its construction took place throughout the Gothic period. Gothic means barbaric. It started in 11th century, and during the reign of Louis VII, it took almost 300 years to complete. Gothic in two words is height and light. In order to gain height, the French people got the idea of taking the weight of roof by cross pillars. We can see the cross pillar, which are called flying buttress. These cross pillars take the weight of the roof from a particular point, so the thickness of the wall is not required. Instead of making the wall thicker, they place round glass windows with stained colorful glass to let the light in. And this introduced a revolutionary idea in architecture to take the weight of the roof of the onto the side pillars so that it can gain height. This is a statue of Julius Caesar. This is Sorbonne University, almost 800 years old, and this is on the right bank of the river, one of the important university in Paris. People who lived here on the right bank of the river started moving to the left bank, and the intellectual as well as the religious people started forming universities. Those days the teaching were done in Latin. Swami Vivekananda came here twice to attend World's Religious Conference. There is an ashram of Swami Vivekananda in Paris. This is one of the major university in the world. This is the bridge, first bridge made of stone. It's called New Bridge, made by the King Henry IV, and the equestrian statue of Henry IV is seen here. Here we can see another bridge, which is a metallic bridge. It's called Pont des Arts. Since 2008 till last year, the bridge was filled with locks, the love locks. The lovers from all over the world came and put the lock with the first name engraved on it and threw the key in the river. These boats are the restaurants basically. Here we are entering a square called Square of Concord, Place de la Concorde. The square was built by Louis XV in 17th century, and there was an equestrian statue of King Louis XV at the center, but this during French Revolution this was torn down, and it was here the Louis XVII was guillotined in 1793. This is the largest square . This city was given a facelift by the Emperor Napoleon III. He is the nephew of Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon III was the only elected president of French Republic, and he is known for his grand reconstruction of Paris. Now this is an opera called Palais Garnier, built by Charles Garnier in 18th century. So Napoleon and his prefect Baron Haussmann carried out the reconstruction in 18th century. Haussmann was the architect of the New Paris. Napoleon was impressed by the greenery and beauty of London, so he wanted to make Paris a capital of capitals. Napoleon and Haussmann launched a series of projects to improve sanitation, water supply and traffic circulation. The old buildings were demolished and new buildings were built at the same height and similar style, and all are made of cream colored stone. And Haussmann managed to rebuild the city in 17 years. Parks, boulevard, garden were made. The building has a balcony in 2nd, 4th and 5th floor. The status of the people is determined by the floor. Like the owner stays in the 1st floor and the servants' room are on the top floor. Here we have come. This is the Louvre Museum. This is one of the largest museum and historical monument in Paris. This was initially a palace called Louvre Palace, originally built in 12th century under Philip II. This is the Victory Arch called Arc of Carrousel. The statue of horses on the top is a replica of statues of Venice. And Arc of Triumph and Arc of La Défense are all the same line behind it. The Louvre Palace, originally built in 12th century, and in 16th century, Louis the 14th left the palace, and later it became museum to display royal collections. Here the Louvre Palace, and the famous painting of Leonardo da Vinci, the Mona Lisa, is kept here. These are the pillars built in 18th century, and the statues on the top are painted in gold. Now we will see a massive building which is called Les Invalides. This building was built in 16th century, and this was a hospital and home for injured soldiers and war veterans. And this is a building called Les Invalides. Later a church and a royal chapel was made. This chapel has a huge dome, and this is the building is Les Invalides, and this dome is made of 12.5 kg of 22 karat gold. This dome was used to bury the remains of royal family, and this is the inside view of the room. And in 1840, the remains of Napoleon Bonaparte kept here. This is the remains of Napoleon Bonaparte. Now at present it is the largest museum of weaponaries, and it has the largest collection of weapons since medieval ages to World War II. This building still serves as a hospital and homes for invalid war veterans. This is part of Les Invalides. Here we are approaching an avenue called Champs-Élysées. Champs-Élysées is known for its theatre, cafe, luxury shops. This is the place for high-end shopping. There are lots of national and international branded shops here. Every year military parade takes place on this road. This is Gaumont Champs-Élysées. Gaumont Champs-Élysées is a theatre. Gaumont is a major cinema producing company in Paris. Lots of restaurants are here on this avenue. The word restaurant originated in France. It came from the word restaurant, which was a soup made of meat and egg, which to restore the strength. And we are approaching to Eiffel Tower. We are on the top level of Eiffel Tower. It is a wrought iron tower. It's named after the engineer Gustave Eiffel. This was constructed in 1889 as the entrance of World's Fair. And this has 3 levels. The top level height is 906 feet. The base part of this tower is a lift climbs in a slanting way through the legs of the structure. Here we can see the panoramic view of Paris.